Hello, my prayer Bible friends. Welcome back to another video. We are continuing our Do Not Fear Bible in tabbing our Do Not Fear Bible, making a Do Not Fear Bible. If you're new around here, my name is Brandi Reed, and I'm with 3 Nail Faith, where I create digital planners, digital stickers, digital devotionals, prayer Bibles, and prayer Bible supplies. If this is some kind of a video that you like, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. Okay, so we are working on a Do Not Be Afraid Bible, where we are tabbing verses that say do not fear, do not be afraid, do not have anxiety, terrified, anything like that. And we're making this so that way we have it when we need it. We have scriptures already tabbed when we are fearful or something is really bothering us. We can come and easily come to a verse and know as soon as you're tabbed, you know that you have a verse that says, do not be afraid, or something to that. You will need a highlighter, some tabs. These are the tabs that I'm using on this Bible. You will need the free Do Not Fear verses. This is going to be a printable for you that will be in the description box below. If this is your first video with us in this series, make sure you go back and watch the very first video, because there's a step that you want to do before you start tabbing your Bible. And so I want to make sure that you get that step done first before we start tabbing our Bible. If you would like some extra things, we have our tab guide where you can use this to tab your Bible and have everything lined up in a nice order. Part of that is part of the Prayer Bible Enhanced Pack. So not only will you be getting the things that are related to this Do Not Fear Bible, you'll be getting things for the Prayer Bible, for the God's Promises Bible, God Promise Jar, things of that. The parts that are for this particular project is our tab guide. This is the sheet of paper that you're going to need for the very last video in the series. We're going to go over what you need this for. This is also what you need to create on the very first video. If you don't feel like creating it yourself, I have already created them and in this printable, and that's part of the enhanced package. It comes with lines or without lines, and the package has it so that you can have the tabs and the pages for this size Bible, the pink compact size Bible, and a slimline Bible. Alrighty, let's get started with our set of verses. I have them already flagged and ready for us so that we can start tabbing right away. This is our 7th video in the series. There will be a total of 10 videos to this series. Okay, so let's get started. Our first verse is Jeremiah 17:8. This will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit. Okay, so I highlight it, and then I get one of my tabs and my tab guide, and I put it on the next, the next one in line, and I just dropped it right on the page. If you're very careful, these are not repositionable, but if you're very careful, they do come off. There we go. Thankfully, we got that off. Okay. Sometimes little things happen like that. Okay, Jeremiah 30, verse 10. So do not be afraid, Jacob, my servant. Do not be dismayed, Israel, declares the Lord. I will surely save you out of a distant place, your descendants from the land of their exile. Jacob will again have peace and security, and no one will make him afraid. Okay. Our next one is Jeremiah 40, verse 9. And there's 10. Okay, I'm not going to say this word right, I know. Jedillah, son of Achim, son of Shaphan, took an oath to reassure them and their men. Do not be afraid to serve Babylonians. He said, settle down in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it will go well with you. I am very sorry that I am not saying these names right. That is not my area of expertise. Definitely not, but I'm trying. And thank you for your grace for that. Okay, our next one's 42:11. Do not be afraid of the king of Babylon, whom you now fear. Do not be afraid of him, declares the Lord, for I am with you, and will see you and deliver you from his hands. Okay, Jeremiah 46:27. Do not be afraid, Jacob, my servant. Do not be dismayed, Israel. I will surely save you out of a distant place, and your descendants from the land of their exile. Jacob will again have peace and security, and no one will make him afraid. Okay, and I believe the next verse, yep. 46:28. Do not be afraid, Jacob, my servant, for I am with you, declares the Lord. Though I completely destroy all the nations among which I scatter you, I will not completely destroy you. I will discipline you, but only in due measure. I will not let you go entirely unpunished. Okay. Jeremiah 51:46. Do not lose heart or be afraid. When rumors are heard in the land, one rumor comes this year, another the next. Rumors of violence in the land and of ruler against ruler. Okay, our next one is Lamentations 3:57. You came near when I called you, and you said, do not fear. Okay, our next one is Ezekiel 3:9. I will make your forehead like the hardest stone, harder than flint. Do not be afraid of them or terrified by them, though they are a rebellious people. Daniel 10:12. Then he continued, "Do not be afraid, Daniel. Since the first day that you set your mind to gain understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your words were heard, and I have come in response to them." Daniel 10:19. "Do not be afraid, you who are highly esteemed." He said, "Peace, be strong now, be strong." And I'm going to tab this even though it's back to back because there's a verse. Even though they're on the same thing, that way it'll show there's one on one page and one on the other. Joel 2:21 through 22. "Do not be afraid, land of Judah. Be glad and rejoice. Surely the Lord has done great things. Do not be afraid, you wild animals. For the pastures in the wilderness are becoming green. The trees are bearing their fruit, and the fig tree and the vine yield their riches." Zephaniah 3:16. "On that day they will say to Jerusalem, 'Do not fear, Zion. Do not let your hands hang limp.'" Haggai 2:5. "This is what I covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt, and my spirit remains among you. Do not fear." And our last one for this video, Zechariah 8:13. "Just as you, Judah and Israel, have been a curse among the nations, so I will save you, and you will be a blessing. Do not be afraid, and let your hands be strong." Okay, so if this is a video that you liked, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I can't wait to see you in the next video while we continue in our eighth video of this, of tabbing our Bible for Do Not Be Afraid. I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye-bye.